And now back to American devastation brought about by our congressional leaders and their lack of interest in funding healthcare. For those of you who don't know, let's get to millions of Americans prepare to lose SNAP benefits as the shutdown continues. People are scared.
Federal employees is breaking with Democrats and pushing for an immediate deal
Everybody say
to end
everybody say thank you, Stinky.
this government shutdown. Thousands of federal workers will not get their scheduled paychecks this week. The shutdown now may have an even bigger impact starting this Saturday. Caitlin Huey-Burns has that part of the story.
Erin Annis is one of more than 40 million Americans who rely on federal food assistance.
We're just people that just need to eat and have some security in our lives. That's what it's about.
But due to the government shutdown, that help may soon run out. The USDA has declared that there will be no benefits issued beginning this Saturday, November 1st. For Annis, it's a daunting deadline. The Pennsylvania native never thought she'd need SNAP benefits, but 3 bouts of cancer and a double knee replacement left her unable to work.
Having those resources, what does it mean for your life?
Everything. It means everything to me.
What exactly do you think you're going to need to do?
I'll have to ask my children to help me.
And what is...
That's an awful feeling.
How so?
For them to have to help me.
Even in...
It's a little tough to think about sometimes.
She'll also turn to her local food pantry. Shyla Ulrich is CEO of the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank and is expecting demand to increase.
People are scared. It's a moment where people don't know and understand what's about to happen, whether or not they'll get those benefits should the government open back up or when.
And while lawmakers continue to point fingers,
the best way for SNAP benefits to be paid on time is for the Democrats to end their shutdown.
They shut the government down, then they left town, and now they're nowhere to be found.
Annis says she just wants politicians to talk to each other and find a solution.
This should not be a political issue. This should be a human privilege to be fed.
Now, the USDA announced that it cannot legally tap into a contingency fund to help pay.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. The notion that the USDA cannot legally tap into its contingency fund is a legal hurdle that the Trump administration itself put on the contingency fund. It's a fucking contingency fund. What are you talking about? That's literally why it fucking exists. States are now going to sue the federal government, by the way, to ensure that this doesn't happen.
For SNAP benefits, saying that that's reserved for natural disasters. But there is a Republican proposal here in the Senate to pay for those benefits. But Nate, it's unclear whether or when that would get a vote.
Yeah, and we will stay tuned. Caitlin, thank you.
This morning, day 28 of the government shutdown with no end in sight, and the U.S. now careening toward a hunger crisis. 48 states now warning if the shutdown continues by the end of the week, they'll be forced to stop distributing SNAP food assistance, a lifeline for some 42 million low-income Americans. Simone Wilkes, a single mom of 2 young boys in Michigan, telling me she's worried about what that means for her family.
I'm already struggling. I'm already stretching food.
Will there be some days where they will eat and you won't?
Yes, it already has started. It already has started. It has been days where the kids will eat and I'll just survive off water.
Food banks across the country now seeing a surge of demand. In Washington, D.C., we met unpaid federal workers standing in line at this makeshift kitchen for a free meal.
You never thought you'd have to budget for food like this?
No, not with what is supposed to be a secure income with the federal government.
Food pantries even popping up at airports across the country to help struggling TSA agents and air traffic controllers forced to work without pay. And this morning, nearly 11.
Richest country on earth, by the way. Bread lines in the richest country on earth, by the way. And unlike the bread lines in the USSR, it's not even the government that is providing this. It's just regular folks that are digging into their own wallets to help others. Okay? So remember that. Because bread lines, the way that they are presented, is a failure of the system. And yet it was the system itself trying to make sure that people kept, getting food. We in this country have not only necessitated bread lines, but we also don't even fucking offer it by the government. We're giving away the responsibility to those who are individual donors. Keep the shutdown. I'm enjoying watching half the left make fools of themselves. Interesting. Are you a billionaire or a multimillionaire perchance? Because if you're not, and I say this as someone who is a very loud critic of the Democratic Party, if you're not a billionaire or millionaire and you're celebrating this shutdown without recognizing why it's happening, let me explain it to you. Okay? No, not even the fucking CEO of Walmart enjoys the shutdown, chatter. The CEO of Walmart is even suffering in the shutdown if their goal is to... the CEO of Walmart is not suffering like the average people are, but the CEO of Walmart takes a hit on this too. What do you think happens when most of the Walmart workers rely on SNAP benefits to purchase food at Walmart? It cooks the CEO of Walmart too. Or at least the profit margins of Walmart too. Not to say that we should pity Walmart. I'm not talking about that. But yeah, it's like a chunk of their sales come directly from SNAP. But the reason why this shutdown is continuing is because Republicans do not want to offer ACA subsidies so that the states where people need additional help from the federal government to literally subsidize their already incredibly costly healthcare premiums don't get it. That's the only reason why they are refusing. That's the only reason. They are dangling the starvation of 40 million Americans as a counter to the healthcare, like millions, tens of millions of Americans losing their fucking healthcare. That is the weird Sophie's choice that the Republicans have presented. It's fucking insane.
1,000 air traffic controllers like Peter Lefevre missing their first full paycheck. Pay stubs like this one obtained by ABC News showing $0.
The prospect of going another pay period without pay is weighing on the minds of myself and all the people that I work with.
Here on Capitol Hill, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley has introduced a bill to fund SNAP even during the shutdown, but Senate Republican leaders don't appear sold on giving it a vote, instead calling on Democrats to vote to reopen the government. And Democrats have said first they want Republicans to negotiate with them on preventing insurance premiums for skyrocketing for some 20 million Americans on the Affordable Care Act. George.
Jay O'Brien, thanks.
Now to Amazon, planning to cut thousands of
It's so insane that is what the dynamic is right now.